So I'm currently cleaning house, out with the old and with the new, manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah. I have no idea how this is gonna look. I have contractual obligations, clothes to wear, posts to do, bills that have to be paid, and showing up the best I can, right? Because I know that it's not going to be perfect. I know that people may have a gripe. I mean, my arms are out, right? First of all, it's hot, and then I sweat like a puddle under my armpits. Not an excuse, but looking into Botox under my arms and finding clothes that are more aligned with where I'm headed, even if it's not to the book perfect. That's what this is all about for me, as I'm just going to show up and give my best. And every day my best gets better.
Hey guys, welcome back to That Liminal Period. It's your girl, Chun-Li Shadi. In today's video, I want to have a conversation about Brittany Renner's recent conversion to Islam. And I did wait a couple of months before working on this video because, quite frankly, I didn't know if it would last. I didn't know if it was a phase or if she was going through some mental struggles, because she has been having a couple of mental breakdowns on her Instagram. But now that it's been about 3 to 4 months since she first uploaded her video about converting to Islam, I think it's fair game. Seems like she's sticking with it. So anyways, today I want to review an older conversation that she had from about 3 months ago from the BYG Network. That's a podcast that Brittany Renner was on. She was a host of the show with 3 other women. I believe Pearl was one of them, but quite frankly, I haven't seen Pearl on the podcast since they had a big argument, a big fight on there. And there hasn't been any new content from the BYG Network in the past 3 months. So this conversation was the last one that she had on that channel. So maybe it's genuine. But anyways, I want to go ahead and share that conversation where she was talking about whether or not women need to dress in a certain way in order to be taken serious. And the biggest thing that I've seen her change as far as, her social media presence is honestly just her outfits. She's still Britney. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into that podcast.
We have Tim's revealed her reason for wearing baggy clothes. I want you to not be seduced by me. Did you guys listen to that video? Dylan?
I fully relate to that, actually. Yeah. Like, I can completely agree where she's coming from, because when you have that powerful of divine energy around you, and we've talked about this, Brittany, where the divine feminine energy is so beautiful, so incredible, that you get like mesmerized by it. And I feel like when you're trying to have people hear you, and they're so caught up in the fantasy of the visual of you, then they don't ever really hear you. And so it makes it hard to connect and be taken seriously. And also, I think just to feel appreciated in your artistry. Like, you don't want to get pigeonholed. It's one thing to be sexy, but it's another thing for that to be the only thing that people try to like angle, the angle that people try to come at you with, and that's it. Like, that becomes something that I think is a very suffocating experience, and something that artists have to consciously, and not just artists, I think that any person who's ultimately going to be a public figure of some kind, but especially as a woman, it's like that fine line gets treaded, because when it comes down to it, we're not really going to be respected for being sexy. We're going to be admired. We're going to be put on a pedestal. We're going to be desired and desirable, but we're not going to be respected. So I think really what she's just trying to say is like, look, I'm genuinely not trying to throw y'all off, because I'm self-aware enough to know I'm a badass, and I've seen Thames in real life, and that woman is banging. Like, she is incredible. She is really that in real life. Like, so I completely can see why people would be way too mesmerized by her and taken out of the experience that she's ultimately trying to conduct.
I understand that too. Yeah. Denise, how do you feel?
I feel like I totally 100% understand. And I find myself too trying to be more conservative and downplay kind of like although I'm very proud of my body and I feel sexy and like, I want to wear like, the sexy things and just feel good. But I feel like guys have made it so hard to embrace that when they, they're like whistling or just like, and it's like, ew, I'm not a piece of meat. Like,
Right.
so I'd rather avoid and wear something, play it safe and not even have anything to give them to show like I got it, anything. So I just feel like it's tough. But I find myself wearing like sweatsuits probably more than I should.
Yep.
Probably should have today, since you guys are having a conversation about dressing appropriately in order for people to respect you.
Just to avoid that.
Nikki, how do you feel?
I feel like I completely understand where Tim's is coming from. She's literally going to the studio strictly to work. And I feel like by her making that, subtle statement, obviously she came out publicly and said it, but by her making that statement, it just helps everyone involved. Like, we're here to work. We're here to get this done. Like, let's not
And make
get
it more
distracted.
than what it is,
Exactly.
right?
And-
Like, I know it's good, but chill.
And most women, like we all know, most women in their respective industries are sexualized in any way, shape, and form. And like they'll find something. So she's pretty much like, okay, well, I know that this is how things go. So let's go ahead and nip that in the bud right now.
I think the only thing that kind of made me sad about her statement was she's like, I'm not going to dress a certain way because I do want to be taken seriously. Like, I feel like you should be able to express yourself and wear what you want to wear and it not send a different message. I think that's just like kind of what's irritating to me. And obviously, collectively, like we as women, we feel that. It's like when we wear baggy clothes, we're taking that element away. But ultimately, it really doesn't matter if we are in sweatsuits or a mini skirt.
You shouldn't have to
I
change.
mean, like at the
No,
end of
I
the day,
actually really love that you said that because I think even for myself, it's like I'm in this phase of life where I'm having to grow into this new level of comfortability of being willing to still show myself. It's like you're saying, like it almost feels a little discouraging. It's almost like, dang, so you're just not gonna, embody and embrace who it is that we've seen you be and glow in these versions of yourself. And like, again, just take us all and capture us all with your talent and with, again, the essence of which you are. And so it's sad. And I know a lot of people in my community were like, we haven't seen you as much. You're starting to hide. You're starting to be scared. You're starting to kind of like go into this little bubble in this little corner of the world. And really that's you being kind of defeated a little bit in the essence of it. And I think that for me, what I've been trying to do is find my power again and being like, just because somebody tells me, oh, you got your cleavage out, you're wearing tight clothes, like you shouldn't be surprised to get sexualized. But again, it's like my biggest thing is the association of the disrespect that comes with it. Like you just think I'm absolutely worthless. You think I'm nothing. You think I deserve to be treated with a lack of respect because we have different beliefs around conservatism.
I don't necessarily think it's a lack of respect, but people are going to treat you the way that you treat yourself. So if you're carrying yourself, in a way where you're just displaying it all for everybody. And again, like I don't want to come off like a hypocrite or anything like that, because the thing is like you need to just be aware. You know what I mean? It's like there's a time and a place for everything. There are levels to everything. Okay. What I wear in the gym is not going to be the same thing that I'll wear to a job interview. It's not going to be the same thing that I'll wear into a corporate workspace. And it's not going to be the same thing that I wear to a gala. They're all completely different. And also, if I decide to go on a Friday night and I want to bear some cleavage, that is a decision that I can make, but at the same time, I need to be responsible and accountable for my own actions as well as how people are going to treat me. If I'm just walking around with my tits hanging all out, I should not be surprised if men around or women around are just staring at my tits. If I'm walking into a business meeting and I have that much cleavage showing, I know it's going to take away from whatever I have to say. It's going to take away from the products I'm selling, from the message that I'm trying to convey. So again, there's just a time and a place, and I don't think that it's fair for women to just think that, nope, I just need to own it. I should be able to wear whatever I want, whenever I want, and not have any type of action towards me. And I don't know, like, I know some people are going to hear that and think that I'm saying that, oh, you deserve that. No, it's not that you deserve to be disrespected, but just think about it. If you're walking down a sketchy part of town and you have your necklace, your earrings, you have your Cartier on, you should not be surprised if you get mugged. You shouldn't be surprised. Am I saying it's right? Am I saying, hey, calling out to all burglars and thieves, like, come rob this fool? No. But at the same time, the world that we live in, the climate that we live in, you need to cover up some, depending on where you're at.
Conservatism. We know. There we go. There we go. So, like, yeah, so essentially around, less modesty and being sexually expressive. And I think that over here in America, especially, that is what the culture is. Like, we really embody and embrace our femininity in all of these ways that it's like, you can't take
you guys
this
keep
from
pushing
us.
for
Stop
it.
trying to criminalize me for loving these versions of myself, especially when ultimately it's really not like hurting anybody. But I understand, like, yeah, it is a real psychological impact and effect on people. I mean, men, but I'll say women too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they're some of the most aggressive people that I've been around, that have been outside, that like get mesmerized by me, that want to touch me, that want to grab me, that like, want to do things that feel violating to me, have actually been women, more so than men. And with women, it's an interesting like dynamic in culture, because you don't want to be, you want to be a girl's girl, and like
you.
and and we all are like emanating each other's likeness and things like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm a tomboy, so it's like, I think that I have both of the masculine and feminine energies and pheromones that kind of like come out.
We all do, though. We all do. Yeah, we all do.
And
Masculine
especially
and
in my style, and I'm tall, and I'm all these other things. So I think sometimes it throws people off. Like, oh wow, like like being athletes, like that kind of combination of things. So it's powerful. It's a powerful, powerful attraction. But I definitely. I am behind you, Thames, either way. If you want to, have your ass out or in these sweats, you're like, and I'm with it either way, because, like I said, I like that statement you made.
The reason that the statement bothers me, and I'm going to say this, the dress is not a yes, okay? The dress is not a yes. I could wear a dress that is right below my cuff line of my ass. Does not give you license to disrespect me. Period. And I think dressing back.
You know what? I agree. It does not give you license. Like I say, it does not give you license, but you should not be surprised when disrespect comes your way. Okay? Just don't be surprised by it. So again, just being an aware, mature adult, because Brittany and the rest of them here are in their 30s. Brittany is a mom. I feel like you should know better.
Dressing baggy. It is our way of protecting ourselves. It's not that it's wrong, but it is still living in fear. Because it doesn't matter if you're wearing a fucking mini skirt or you are covered.
It does matter.
How Muslim women
toe.
carry themselves, like how they cover themselves completely when they're devoted to their husband.
Yeah. It's like fear and exhaustion too, though.
matter.
At the same time.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
And
it's
having
fear
to
and
defend yourself.
exhaustion.
I'm
You get tired of
You
it.
said no?
Yeah.
No,
No,
it's like you get tired of it. Like, it's fear because you're like going, just when you're weighing the logical scales and you're weighing out the pros and cons, you go, okay, well, if I dress like this, then I'm gonna get met with this type of energy, and I'm also gonna have to, probably suck it in, and I'm gonna have to probably be a little uncomfortable, and if I'm not gonna be able to sit down comfortably, because there's a lot of things that come with like being a lady and being in that divine expression that are like they say, like being in a woman's world. It's like a lot, because it's like, think about all the things, like the pressure it is to show up as the polished version of yourself, and again, like the sexy polished version of yourself. I know that for me, I don't feel complete if I get to that polished version of myself where it's like I have little dresses on or I have little skirts or whatever, and the rest of me is not matching that essence, because I think similarly to a lot of people, I have a very particular image that I want to see for like my style. So it's like, oh, this style, I want my hair to look like this, and I want my nails to look like that, or whatever the case may be. And if I don't, then I'll pretty much just divert away from that. So I think the pressure, the responsibility, can get exhausting, and again, the responsibility just as far as like the upkeep, the maintenance. It's like having to keep your body, like the pressure and also the ridicule from the constant changes our bodies go through. And again, especially as women, like there's a lot that goes on in this temple. So I think that can also be another factor for why it just gets fucking exhausting, and you're tired of people putting pressure, especially when you're a beautiful woman, and people will put more pressure on you to see you more or to do certain things. That's why I make the comment where I was like, I can't stand fucking fans. I can get behind supporters, I can get behind believers, but fans are for everybody, and fans are, to me, just haters in disguise. And like I said, they cast you in a fantasy because they fall in love with little characteristics about you that make you popular on demand. And then they pretty much just want you to be that thing, or they want you to do more of what it is that they visualize you doing or singing or saying or putting out, like whatever it is. So as a woman, I feel like that pressure comes on us so intensely to deliver and to be accepted and all this different stuff. And I feel like she's just tired. Like, in addition to all the other shit not making sense, as far as like, yeah, we do have a reason for concern. We do need to protect ourselves on these next levels. So, you know.
Why are y'all arguing against it if you understand the reason for concern? You talk about all these pressures that society has imposed on women, but in actuality, women create these own pressures. Like, I've talked about it in the competitive nature of women in workspaces. You know, it's like half of this stems from within. It's like the fact that you guys are even talking about like wanting to feel and have the freedom of expression and your artistic values through clothing and fashion, and wanting to feel sexy because you're showing your cleavage. Just like, again, like that is created from within the female gender, in my personal opinion. You know, because I don't know, it's like I feel like whenever I scroll through my timeline, or when I posted my picture of me and my lehenga, you know, or me in one of my Pakistani outfits, it's like I received a lot of compliments on it. And that's when I feel the most covered. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say I never dress a certain way or whatever. But at the same time, it's like I don't blame society for how I'm viewed or how I'm treated when I dress a certain way. You know what I mean?
I would say for her, it honestly sucks that she feels like she has to wear baggy clothing to keep others from getting distracted.
Right, like if that's like just your primary reason.
Exactly. And, you know, like I said, I can understand why she feels that way, because we're all women. We all go through that. But at the same time, it sucks that women are sexualized the way that they are. But hopefully, I mean, when
we sexualize ourselves. Like, literally, every single girl on this show right now has their tits out. Okay, every single, I was checking out their outfits, all four of them, even the girl with the baggy sweatpants on saying that she's a tomboy. She got her tits out the most. Every single last one of them has their cleavage bared out. And then they're saying, oh my gosh, it really sucks that the world sexualizes us. No, we women, we sexualize ourselves. We know what the hell we're doing when we put on the outfits that we put on. Like, women desire attention. I mean, a lot of people desire attention, but women seek validation through the attention that they get from men and from other women.
And you know what? It's like a boycott.
Tits out, tits out.
It is a boycott, but she's still falling into that, like, okay, well, let me change who I am to appease, like, not appease others, but to make sure everybody else doesn't get distracted. But keep going.
No, she's not changing who she is to appease other people. She is dressing modestly because she wants other people to be focused on her talent. Okay? It's like I shared with you guys in the comment section in my Vietnamese video of, you know, like when I was younger, I really enjoyed wearing a school uniform. I really liked it. And it was because it took the effort away. It took the conversation away from brand name clothes, trends, fashion. Like, I was able to actually just focus on my studies. I was able to focus on the relationships and friendships that I had at school without bringing in the fashion police. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about dress codes when you have a uniform. You don't have to worry about, hey, are men actually interested in me? Do they actually like me for me? Or do they just want to sleep with me? Like, look at this girl. Like, she literally has a front lace up top showing her cleavage. Okay, like seriously, look at her top. Okay, like that part right there. Let me see if I can. Yeah, that part right there, right between her laptop, that's a lace-up top. Okay? So once again, are men sexualizing you, or are men reacting to you sexualizing yourself?
But I think the only reason that I disagree is because the male gaze is so
You're trying to
important.
meet.
Just like the
Exactly.
female gaze is so important. I don't want to go to a gas station and someone not whistle at me. There's still that.
You hear this, right?
element
Y'all
where
hear
I
this,
still
right?
want to be
She-
desired.
She wants to be sexualized. She wants to be desired. You hear this, right? Like, it's like, I'm sorry, but it's like, I'm happy that Brittany is here because at least she's honest. But damn, man.
Okay, this is my
Wait,
question. Are you
wait,
gonna
are-
ignore them though? If they whistle at you, will you ignore them?
Hope you have
Depending
a
on-
great day.
Depending on the car that they're driving or how tall he is, depending on if he is an NFL or an NBA player, maybe she's going to talk to him. It's like they want to put themselves out there, but they only want to put themselves out there for men who they're interested in. Okay? Because if it was just a bum or a guy in a Honda Civic or in a regular average person car, you think she'd be flattered? Do you guys really think that Brittany would be flattered that you're whistling at her? She wants to feel desired, but not by you.
Ignore them.
Hope you have a great day.
Are you saying that or are they
LOL.
saying that?
No, I'm
She's
saying that.
saying
Okay,
it.
okay.
No, because I feel like too, like even
Hold on. I hope you have a great day. So she wants to feel desired just so that she can reject them.
if we're talking about a gas station setting, is that acknowledging a man does a lot for them. Just acknowledging them, because it's like, even if you're walking by and you look stunning, you want a man to look up, right? If every man never acknowledged you, like, you look gorgeous. You're walking down here.
Shit, maybe it's triggering.
Everybody's here looking at their phones or looking straight ahead or talking to their colleague. Like, so there's this like fine line too that I have to acknowledge, where it's like, I
Is she thirsty
remember Aisha
for
Curry,
the attention?
a married woman, mind you, was like, oh, I can't remember the exact quote, so I'm just say allegedly. She was wanting that desire.
She was basically feeling undesirable.
Yes, and it means everything. Like, I'm putting my makeup on and no, sometimes I want to put my makeup on and be a bad bitch, but I can't say that because I want
You do
people
say
to
that.
marvel at what I am. I want you to acknowledge the goddess that I am. So
Bro,
I
she is so full of
can't-
herself.
There, like I said, it's
Yo,
that
Brittany
fine-
can't relate to that.
I'm sorry. I want you to. I'm not doing this for you to fucking walk past me in the casino and not acknowledge me. Like, I want you to marvel.
Oh,
I'm not
okay,
gonna
So I think.
Are you that way?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I hate when guys give me male attention when I leave the house. I hate leaving the house.
Girl.
No, I know it sounds crazy.
No, I actually
don't
relate.
sound
I
crazy.
get
That's
that. I
so
totally
cool. I'm
get that.
sorry.
I mean, honestly, we have social media. Like, that's not going anywhere. Like, I'll look good on social media, and that's all you need to see.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just
it.
so
Like,
confident in my
That's
shit.
fine.
Real life.
Look, I could look good in real life too. I'm not worried
and
about
you
that.
do.
Thanks, girl.
Ew.
But I'm not worried about what somebody says to me when I'm going to a gas station looking crazy. Like, I don't go to the gas station to get. Not saying
That's
that
the
you
thing.
do.
I
Not
know I
saying you
look
do.
bad regardless. Like,
Right.
motherfuckers are whistling at me. If I have, like, again, like you said, like, I'm covered from head to toe. Like, I'm repping a whole other religious system out here. Like, I'm like that. Like, I can walk outside like that and still get that attention and still get, like,
Then why not do
interest
that?
and things like that. Now, I'll say this. If I wanted more attention, I could get it. But for the most part, I haven't wanted that. And that's why I can relate to where Thames is at, because it's like, I'm still sexy in this. I still feel good. I still feel confident in myself. But I don't want to take it a step further because I'm not in a position where I'm ready for all this harassment.
Allahu Akbar. And by the way, this is probably no more than 2 weeks after that podcast. Okay? When she was talking about wanting to feel desired, wanting to feel sexy, wanting to get the male attention. And now we see her in a hijab. And that's why I say I do question how genuine she is in her conversion to Islam. I mean, honestly, she's still doing Fashion Nova sponsorships, the type of outfits that she's wearing, although they are modest. they are very skin tight. Okay, maybe not this particular top, but I'm gonna have some more videos to show you guys.
I've gone through a lot of changes internally, and as a result, my outer world has completely crumbled.
Yeah, unfortunately, you got to be consistent as a person, girl.
I'm sorry. Whoa! Wow. Leaving me incredibly uncertain in just about every area in my life. I have no idea where I'm going to live or how I'm going to provide for my son. But Allah has moved mountains for me, and I trust that this will be no different. I feel like Alice when she ate the cookie and her feet went through the windows and she's crammed in the house like that. I've outgrown where I am. The facade is fading, alhamdulillah. And I'm at a place where I don't want anything that doesn't have my name on it. Take it away. It serves no purpose here. And I don't want a penny more than I'm meant to have, because I can do a lot with a little. The facade is fading.
So I guess she ain't a gold digger no more either,
When the facade fades and all the BS is cleared out, it makes room for what has always been for you.
So as you guys can see, as I mentioned, these are her new outfits, okay? And yeah, this one's a pretty cute dress right there. But at the end of the day, I don't know how much, I guess, kosher? I don't really know the terminology, but I don't know if this is still considered appropriate for her conversion. And quite frankly, I think is just another tactic for her to gain some clout. I think Britney is still Britney. I don't know if she's actually gonna stop being a gold digger. I don't know if she's actually gonna stop surrounding herself with the toxic influences of the social media world of, you know, honestly, in order to make it, especially given the reputation that she has, the body count, the history that she has, she can't just erase it by throwing on a hijab. It's just not possible. We know who you are, Britney. You've been on the scene for the last decade, okay? You got viral because of your booty. When you're wearing your hijab and your Muslim outfits, you're still showing off the booty, okay? And yeah, I don't know how she's gonna pay her bills, but hopefully she, you know, learned something when she was in college. Hopefully she has skill sets that she can apply towards a 9-to-5, though I highly doubt it. You know, I don't know if she's going to be willing to actually alter her lifestyle in order to live accordance to the Quran. Anyways, I've enjoyed today's conversation. Hope you guys did as well. Please leave your thoughts and perspective in the comment section down below. If you guys liked the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. That would definitely help me out. And I look forward to speaking with you guys next time. Bye.